Hi, my name is Paisley Flowers, and you're watching Orgasm Central TV. It was about 7 years ago, and I was in the process of recording a music album. It was my second album, and I needed about $2,000, and I needed it quick, so I started dancing. There were a lot of strip clubs where I lived in the Panhandle of West Virginia, and I got used to the money and fell in love with dancing, and that led to shooting erotic films, and that led to some other things, and I've just run the whole gamut of sexy work 7 years later. Well, I think the money, of course, is good when it's good, and I love to work with other talent, professional talent that have kind of a creative spin on what they're trying to create, where it's more than just, sex or a blowjob, where there's a storyline behind it. I've had the most fun doing that. The worst part about it is the opposite. It's working with unprofessional people that are scam artists. I've had a lot of bad encounters, but I've had more great experiences than I've had bad encounters, and it's taught me how to discern better moving forward for sure. And it could have been a lot worse. My favorite scene was probably the scenes that I came up with, that I hired male talent, paid a videographer. I could come up with my own ideas. One was the handyman. So it was basically I was horny and I was pretending that something was wrong, like my faucet was busted, and I called the handyman up, and he's looking at my old rusty pipes trying to fix a leak, and it leads to a sex scene. Or my first interracial scene that I did on my own was called Dream of Change. It was supposed to take place in the 1930s, 40s, and I was in a flapper dress, and I fell asleep, and the sex scene was supposed to be a dream that I woke up from. And then there was Ghost Stick. That's probably my all-time favorite. It's where we put a male talent, we put a sheet over him, and we had a beer bottle underneath the sheet, so we made it look like he got an erection. and then I blew him.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my Halloween special. But yeah, my favorite scenes are the ones that I'm in control of, that I'm calling the shots on. I think it's appalling, but it also doesn't surprise me. I personally haven't had any issues with my Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Haven't had any issues with my bank, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't get insurance or apply for a loan doing this kind of work. That's just kind of a given. I just don't expect that to be an option for me. But I hope that changes, and I hope there's more support for sexy workers. That's a big question that I don't feel like I know the answer to, but I guess if I had to put it in a nutshell, it would be to do what you're doing, which is bringing it to light, creating documentaries, creating interviews where you're hearing the voice behind the scene, and you're seeing the human in the performers, and connecting with the performers that you're into. So I remember back in the day, before I did this, and I actually watched porn to masturbate. I don't anymore because my imagination is just so wild now, but I would scroll and watch what I was gonna watch, and I would get out of there and clear my history. It's I didn't want to know anybody or anybody to know that I was watching porn. But I think there's something to say about owning it and being yeah, I entertain adult entertainment, and these are the performers that do it for me, and I'm gonna support them, whether that be OnlyFans, Fansly, buying their content, just coming out of the shadows with it. think my ass, for one. Appalachian ass. That's my greatest asset. I think my smile. I think my warmth and generosity. My flower crowns that I wear. I think I'm just sweet and I'm a real person and I care. I care about my fans. I hope that I can turn my gaze back towards music a little more. I still do my music and focus on it, but I'm mostly focused on adult work at this time because it is what I make the most money doing. I'm also finishing up mortuary school, so I hope to be a licensed funeral director within the next year. So I just see myself with multiple streams of income. And yeah, I see myself working for myself and just figuring out how to run this business and hopefully create many more businesses down the line because I can't work for somebody else. I just can't do it. So I've got to find a way.